Hello, welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and this is your reading. If it's found you when it's found you at the perfect time. If something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. All right, what's coming up for you the week ahead for whenever you found this? All right. We have Three of Pentacles, so working together on something. We've got Judgment. So looks like there's something is coming up to be addressed. Maybe you've already had it come up before, but now it's like coming up to be resolved. There feels like there's a little bit of confrontation to this. Oof. Yep. Okay, and then we have Knight of Wands. So that's pursuing something passionately, pursuing your passions. I'll talk you through these and then I'll clarify and get more out of them. Then we have the Tower. So this doesn't mean that something is necessarily going away. It just means that there's going to be a shock to your nervous system that will break up the conditioning that you have, and that feels not pleasant, unfortunately. But there is a divine timing element to it. And then this does have to do with working together. It's not reversed, which would be feeling excluded. So I don't know, trying to be optimistic, but we'll see. Okay. So after your nervous system gets that jolt, we've got the Page of Cups, which is opening up to something earnestly, maybe explaining your position. After you get, there's a confrontation, certainly. There's some kind of confrontation on the horizon, that's clear. And this might be you from your lower level of authority trying to plead your case. And then this is Seven of Swords. So something is being withheld from you, something, whoever you're dealing with, not necessarily above board. Something's being withheld from you on that. Okay, I'm running out of room on this little table. So we've got the Chariot. So at face value, this is success and recognition, and also travel of some kind. So we'll see how that applies. Maybe someone coming in to save the day. After this is Queen of Wands, so this is you being super attractor, being recognized for your vision and your dignity, yeah, and getting something, receiving something for it. And then we've got the Two of Cups. So if this has to do with work, which this reading started out being, then this is like coming together, like reaching an agreement, reaching some kind of an agreement. So you may have already suspected this, that you've got some kind of issue that's up in the air that you are worried about, because you are from a lower position of power in this. And whoever you're dealing with is somebody you don't necessarily trust their judgment, or you don't feel like you can trust them for some reason. Unfortunately, like whatever this is that jolts your nervous system, it's something you've dealt with since you were born. It's probably in your natal chart. I can give an example for myself, but you might have this differently. Whatever it is, this Tower is always, everyone has conditioning, no matter what it is. And when this lightning comes in to blast it, it feels unpleasant. The beauty of it, though, is that it's like when you go to the dentist and they use some kind of sonic thing to break up like tartar or whatever. It's like that. The lightning comes in, it breaks up what's frozen within your being. And there's, even though it's like super uncomfortable and it sucks, there's always the opportunity to dissolve the conditioning. So that's what's coming up. And on the other side of it is success. So don't you worry about that at all. And then the judgment card, the reason this is coming up is to transform you. Oysters used to die when they got sand in their clams, and judgment is the archetype that represents the transformation they went under to have those pieces of sand start turning into pearls. And then they look at them in all their dignity and value. So this is represents like it's some kind of judgment is difficult because it's the transformation that you have to go under in order to evolve to survive, but it's becoming better. Okay, so yeah, I think I've talked that through. Let me summarize just the first row of cards real quick. We've got Three of Pentacles, so this is a work reading, has to do with work in whatever way you do that, even if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're in the PTA or whatever you do that is your work. It's not necessarily what you do for money, it's just what you do for work. And so this is a work reading. So something is coming up that has to do with working with other people. It's whatever happens this week, it's going to be like over, not something you regularly have to deal with again. Let's see, we had the Knight of Wands, which is pursuing your passions. I need to look. Someone tell me if you want. What sign does this represent? I know it's fire of some kind. I don't know if it's Sagittarius. I don't know, but yeah, this is you. This is because you put yourself out there in some way. Someone is shooting you down. And yeah, you said something that needed to be said or did something. You shone a little too brightly with your energy, and you're getting, I would say, unjustly struck. But it's not about morality, it's about change. And even though it sucks and you maybe want to demonize the other person, my ex is walking in front of my house. He did not see me. Well, I don't know what else to do besides just finish this. So, shoot, I kind of think I should refill my glass, but I guess I'll wait. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm doing that. I had to replay what I said right before I saw him, and it was, even though you want to demonize the other person. Anyway, to finish that sentence, it was going to be, even though you want to demonize the other person, they were just playing their role towards your evolution, to assist you in your evolution. And so, from that perspective, which is a higher perspective, it's like nothing but gratitude can really be felt. Obviously, if someone's playing a role, that's kind of what we're all doing here too. It's like a divine play, but we don't know that we're not actually the characters, we're just playing the role. And then when it's all over with, the villain is really just an actor, like Cillian Murphy, lovable. I don't actually know him very well, but he seems to be favored. He is an INFJ. We have a similar face structure. Anyway, yeah. All the villains and heroes are just actors. Okay, so I looked at the cards after I saw him, and I was like, well, if I were reading this related to him, I don't know if I should. I mean, this is trying to figure out a way to work together, and there being a decision to be made. running into them or them running into you, this could all be flipped, then some kind of major truth that is the only way to make it possible to work together, and the stakes being really high, that if the truth isn't able to be accepted by both people, then neither of them get what they want. Apply this to work too, because the sacral chakra is the same, rules both how you work in exchange for money and love as well, and sex. And then this is someone putting it all out there, their offer of like just that they apologies, like putting their ego aside and just really saying what their tender heart wants. And then someone else being kind of avoidant because like they feel they're withholding something, or maybe there's some broken trust. Like there could be broken trust on both sides, even though it's justified on both sides, whatever was done. And then this is someone coming in with certainty to the person that they find irresistible. And then this is reaching an agreement. This is agreeing to work together, because it's a work reading, and that's the outcome. And even if you're like trying to build a life together, that's working together, even though there's sex and romance as part of it. Yeah, I guess let's get some clarity now. Crazy. All right, I guess I still think I want to do Rider-Waite for this. So clarify the Three of Pentacles. By the way, my drink is just ginger juice by Ginger People and coconut LaCroix. Recommend. Real good. I think I want to get some mango juice or something. Put in it. I think that'd be delicious. Might do that when I go to the store. Okay, this is the Three of Wands. So we've got the Three of Wands clarifying the Three of Pentacles. This is about expecting your ships to come. Expecting your ships to come in. So I will say for right this second, being expectant about So through the lens of work, let's just put this through the lens of work for right now, and then maybe I'll translate it to love after that. Okay, so you are expecting something to, whatever your issue is, you already know what it is, and you're expecting to have to deal with it this coming week. And the Judgment card is right after that. So this is like, all right, like, what's the next move? What's going to happen? So clarify Judgment. This is fun. A ton of cards just fell on the floor, but the only one that I saw was the sun. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Like, whatever it is, I mean, it's going to be good, whatever it is. Okay, the King of Cups is also revealing itself. I'm not going to look at the other ones, but the King of Cups is there, so The Sun and the King of Cups. Hard not to keep thinking it's love with that. We have Judgment, we've got the Sun and the King of Cups. All right, well, let me just go ahead and clarify the next couple so I can see what that might be about. I really need more room on this table. All right, clarify Knight of Wands. All right, that is the Six of Swords. So that is moving away from something. And swords are about truth. So this is just about like the weight of the truth hanging over. But also the Knight of Wands was you shining too brightly. Okay, well let's clarify the Tower before I know what that is for sure. Clarify the Tower. My neighbors on my street now. No doubt they ran into my ex. I'm sure that was awkward. I guess there is doubt whether they ran into my ex because it seems like he went a different direction once he got to the top of the hill. So, all right. They could have saw him though from their house. Okay, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. All right, clarify Page of Cups. I'm gonna go with that one. Knight of Swords. All right, so I'm feeling like this is what's set in motion, and this is what's ahead. Yeah. Okay. So it feels like this already happened actually. So that jolt to your nervous system already happened. You don't have to worry about it coming up. So this is like something was set in motion in a work setting, and this is you expecting something to come of it. No, I don't know. With the Sun following Judgment or clarifying Judgment, I mean, that does speak to the enlightenment that comes from evolution and making you a more emotionally intelligent person. So ignore what I said about the expecting something to come of it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And then Knight of Wands. I mean, this is you coming in hard with your like authenticity. This is you being super authentic outwardly. And then this is you being kind of thwarted away, rejected. You got rejected for being authentic. Okay, cool. And then that made you feel in a bad way over it, like Uranus squaring your moon or something. It feels like that. And that's that conditioning that I'm talking about. And then that made you have to be your own mom, self-care, because this became a wound and conditioning in the first place due to you being neglected as a child emotionally. And no parent is perfect. So somehow the wound is there, and it could have even been past life, and then you just chose parents that would play that out again to help you resolve it. This is you reparenting yourself in order to heal that wound. This is you said something in good faith and somebody responded to it really condemningly. Somebody went scorched earth on you. Someone was lethal with their words when you were being earnest and pointing out something that needed to be dealt with. Okay, so we're caught up there. This is a little chaotic, but do with it what you will. It's a general reading. Okay, and then this is, so clarify Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the Lovers. Man, I keep trying to make this a work reading and it keeps trying to tell me it's a love reading. Okay, so yeah, this speaks to the broken trust by both parties that are, whether you're in a relationship with them or you just want to be in a relationship with them, there is some kind of decision is on the item of agenda for today, for the day, and yeah, this is some kind of broken trust between the lovers. So if I'm reading what already happened in a lover's context, I want to go ahead and do that, I guess. So this was setting, like, trying to reach an agreement to be able to work together and expecting the other party to be receptive. Could be you or could be them. And then the Judgment speaks to there's a decision to be made. The Sun, clarifying that, is like everything being illuminated, both people's past history, truth, and the King of Cups is there being like a really warm and loving reception to whatever was illuminated with the Judgment card. And then the Knight of Wands is one person wanting to pursue the other person, and the Six of Swords is one person not being receptive to that for whatever reason. And the Tower moment is for both parties because it would seem they both actually do want to be together, but one person can't, and they can't change why that reason is. And so that feels like a Tower moment for both people. And then the Queen of Cups is whoever is getting rejected is reparenting themselves to heal their abandonment wounds. And then whoever is doing the rejection feels a warm, feels maybe nurtured by the person that's getting rejected. Okay, and then the Page of Cups is the person that's doing the rejecting, trying to let the other person down easy. And this Knight of Swords is the person that's getting rejected, is saying, I'm not arguing with your reasons, but what am I supposed to do with that? I've got to deal with it and make decisions for myself. Okay, now we're caught up. So then we had the Seven of Swords, which was broken trust, the Lovers, broken trust on both sides for whatever reason. Maybe the original party had to do the rejecting for their own well-being, but that caused the other person to feel hurt and rejected in ways they never want to feel before, even though they understand it was justified. So that's kind of speaking to the rejection and broken trust on both sides. Then we've got the Chariot, so I'm super interested in clarifying that. I mean, I did see some stuff. Okay. Well, I'm just going to take the 2 I see, which is the 5 of Pentacles, which is the abandonment wound, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like an outsider. And then we've got Temperance, which is Sagittarius. It's Archangel Michael, I believe, and it is. Did I just hear a bing? Oh, I just see 2 more cards. Okay, I'm taking those. And I'm going to, I think I just saw, oh gosh, I just saw 2 more. Okay, I'm going to take them. Did I see 2 more? I definitely saw, yeah, where was it? Yeah, I saw the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. And put these up. Okay, so we've got some kind of communication coming in. This wasn't clarifying anything. Didn't they just come out while I was trying to talk about temperance? Okay, some kind of communication is coming in. And this is major stability on the horizon, I would say, for both parties. And then this is attachment. And this is an offer of stability that leads to building something that the tower wouldn't be a threat to in the future. I don't know if that's wishful thinking, but we'll see. I mean, it does end in the Chariot, which is someone pursuing somebody with certainty. This is like being in your dignity and attracting suitors in this case. And then the 2 of Cups is coming together with open hearts, like choosing each other. So, but I will get clarity. Something's coming in quick related to attachments and major stability and an offer. So, an offer of a new adventure to like has to do with money and finances and everything. Okay, so 2 more cards. Clarify Queen of Wands. What's the Queen of Wands? Are these hitting, or am I just drawing too much from my own life? I would love to know that, if you will tell me. I'm always aiming to only try to read my audience and not be influenced by my own life, but that might just be a level I haven't achieved yet. So please let me know. I know when I come across tarot readers that seem super off, I stop listening to them. And I hope that doesn't happen, but it is something I have to take a risk on while I'm building whatever I'm building here. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, we've got the Nine of Swords. So this is just having major anxiety about probably whether to choose this person or not, but it could be on both sides. Queen of Wands like has anxiety because she wants to be chosen, even though she's a queen, and she knows she's a queen, and she knows she's worthy and deserving. She might have anxiety about it, or this could be them having an anxiety about it because they know they're basically rejecting a literal queen. This doesn't have to be gendered. Flip it however you want. And then finally, clarify 2 of Cups. And then we'll call this a day. And I've just moved on from thinking about it being a work reading. I figure I've got what I could out of that squeeze. 2 of Cups. Clarify 2 of Cups. We've got the High Priestess. Intuition. Oh, and I saw on the bottom of the deck was the Page of Pentacles. Page of Penties. Okay, let's see. Let me take a drink. Yum. I cannot wait to blast some music and dance around. Still got to go to Walmart. Hmm. This is just saying, so it seems like there's some kind of offer on the table that has to do with money, like we were talking about before with the Ace of Pentacles. Not necessarily money, but like stability, or maybe it could just be an offer of money without any commitment. Because like the Two of Cups isn't necessarily lovers, it's just could be friends, like two people coming together to help one another. But yeah, it looks like there might be some kind of offer of money, and this is just saying like use your intuition about it. Don't forget you are a super attractor. Um, you don't have to accept things that don't feel above board for you. Like you have an ego and you have a heart, and dignity means that you're not listening to your ego over your heart. Um, yeah, basically accept the offer if you know it's only against your ego, but it's in your best interest overall. But turn it down if you know you don't want to accept it and it's not for an egoic reason. And that's all I have on that, I think. I don't know. It seems like there was some conflicting messages there, but it does seem like maybe some kind of communication is coming in that has to do with your attachment and some kind of offer of stability related to an attachment figure that's going to lead to um, a whole lot of like a great future, long-term stability on both sides. Okay, and then if I was applying this to a work setting, um, the Chariot could have something to do with I don't know. I don't know. How could the Lovers not be love romantic? I'm curious about this. I don't want this to drag on too long, but I never did the Lovers and the Seven of Swords from a work perspective. So let's do that, just so we have all our bases covered. Let me look at the Lovers. Let me get some help from the Rider-Waite so I can see if I can interpret the Lovers differently than the Lovers. Trials overcome. Okay, that's really good, especially since it's followed by the Chariot. So whatever this Seven of Swords, it is back to the work situation, feeling like you can't trust somebody. This is showing that that's going to be that's whatever trial this is putting you in, because you got struck down, if you don't remember, by somebody that maybe had ulterior motives. They weren't really. They were like scorched earth on you, but not for above board reasons with the Seven of Swords. And this is showing that, yeah, I get this. This is marrying your healed part with your unhealed part. And so this is happening to help you reclaim and unify parts of yourself from childhood that you had excommunicated, and that was keeping you divided inside and not whole. And so as a result of this, you are having a reason to reclaim those pieces. Okay, and then the Chariot from a work perspective. Yeah, so it is going to lead to greater success. That's not wishful thinking because the Chariot came immediately after the Seven of Swords. That's a positive thing. But the caveats to it is that, like, it's showing temperance is helping you heal your abandonment wounds, reasons that you've always felt like kind of an outsider related to work. Pentacles are work too. And so this is you're going to start feeling like a success and like a part of the team. Okay, and then we've got the Queen of Wands clarified by the Nine of Swords when it comes to work. This is self-doubt. Yeah. Whenever you got struck down, you had a lot of self-doubt about it. And this was remembering that you didn't, even though you would change it, because if you knew that the situation was going to be such an utter catastrophe, you wouldn't have done the original actions that you did, but you know where you're coming from, and you're not going to let their opinion of you change your opinion of yourself. But you did have some self-doubt there for a time. And then this is like not super satisfying resolution, but it's a resolution nonetheless. It's certainly better than, what you thought could be being at risk with the Tower. The High Priestess is also showing that you've got help, you've got guidance wherever it comes from. And no matter what happens with this thing that's coming up, like there's some kind of offer to take, whether that's the opportunity to keep on keeping on when you thought that was at risk, or a different opportunity of equal value. But yeah, it looks like that's how this is going to get resolved. It seems like with the two people kind of meeting each other, with no ego. Like the lion above represents ego, and this is two people being able to connect somehow. So if that's like, I don't know, whoever you're dealing with at work, by the end of it, there's some kind of connection, which is good, and an offer. And this is saying use your intuition, whatever the offer is, use your intuition. Okay, good enough. I hope that's a good reading. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.